Hello,
Hi,
hello.
hi.
Let me check. I
Is my
can
mic
hear you.
working?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Uh, you get started, okay?
Okay. Wait, let me draw a graph real quick.
So what are you doing right now?
I think it's like, you know how it was gonna be like an or
You
statement.
really don't know what you are doing. So why here you need to return this?
It's like you finish adding one time and then you go
This
back.
one or with this is okay.
Mm.
We last time there's a group sum. The group sum actually is chosen or not chosen. So this one, you actually minus that lambda star means that you choose that. You choose that number at the start. So you jump by 2. This one you don't choose. So you do not need to minus the num star. So why are you here minus this star? You don't know what you are doing. Don't just copy from other people's code. Stop copying. You cannot learn coding by this. This one, you choose the num star, so you minus that from the target. This one, you do not choose it because the current one you do not choose. Current one you choose it, you will start with +2. If you don't choose it, then you do not need to +2, it's just +1. Here you already has that the array is chosen in the group, then the value immediately after it will not be chosen. So your current one, if you choose this one, the next one will not be chosen. So you actually minus this one and then jump by 2. If you actually do not choose this one, then you actually do not need to minus it. So you don't know what you are doing. You just copy the code. Okay?
Mm.
Why are you deleting it?
Because then you say when you pick it, you
You
just
don't
jump.
you don't need 2 of them. Actually, you just copy this part. You just copy this part to here and all them. That's good enough. There's no if needed. Go. You have to understand what's going on, not just copying the code. Use your brain, not just use your memory. So this one, you check the value of current one, and the current one may be multiple of 5 or not. If it is multiple of 5, then the next one, you have to check whether it's 1 or not 1. If 1, one will not be included. If not one, it may be not. So why are you checking zero?
Isn't every number like a multiple of one?
Why are you checking zero here?
Because like if it's 0, it cannot be a multiple of 1, right?
So why you check with zero? It may be it's actually not zero. It may be 4. So why are you checking zero?
Like,
You say that it's actually multiple of 1 or not.
because isn't every number a multiple of 1?
Hmm? Multiple of 5 is 1. It's not multiple of 1. What are you thinking?
Oh. The-
So what's this?
Wait, oops.
This is included. And how about this? This what's this? Show me. I don't see. maybe included, maybe not included. So this one is 1, 1. Then you do target, not included.
Mm,
This one you included, so you are actually getting it wrong. So if it's not included, you hear this one. If you are 1, you not included here plus 2.
yes.
Plus 2, but you still need to be included. The 5 still need to be included. Five still need to be included. I mean, no, it's not that way. If your next one is 1, that's assume that this one actually is that if the 5 is not included, then you achieve this one. Let's assume that it's not including the current one. No, this one actually is not included. It actually jump by 2, and then next one actually, let's see, is the current one not included, jump by 2. Current one not included. Let me see. The logic actually is the value immediately following the 5 is 1. It must not be included. Is the 1 not included? If the 1 is not included, then it jump by 2, but the current one need to be included. But this one, okay, actually this one, let me see. So it's not the one here. Actually, it's this one is 9. It actually is 4. This one must not be included. This one actually is 3, 5, 1 is you see this 5. So this one cannot be included, but your will be included. Let me check your logic, okay? If the star greater equals num star length, the target equals 0, you return true. If the current one is a 5, this one you don't do else, you don't need to have else. If this one you don't express in this way, you actually, this one it actually is no, this logic has some problem. This logic here has some problem. It actually is okay. It actually if it less than this, you do check the next one. Your next one is 1. Then what will happen is then this one you jump by 2, so that part is okay. And then if you actually is not 1, then your current one need to be included. Okay. Then this part is that if it is not a 1, if it's not a 1, if actually it is not a phi, you will actually return with it or without it. So why this one you go to? Why this one is wrong? It actually is, you see a phi. If you see a phi, you start with +2. You ignore it. That's the one that is not included. It's not included, and then it's the phi not included, and you actually jump by it. No, it's not that way. So jump by 2. No, it's also not that way. Let's see. Given array, choose the group of integers so that the group sum additional constant, all multiple of phi in the array must be included in the group. All multiple of phi must be included in the group. All multiple of phi, it will be included. So this one must be included. This is included, phi must be included. But if it's the next one is actually a 1, then it must not be chosen, so that if the star +1, you miss a 1 right here. You miss a +1 right here.
Yeah.
That's your problem. Okay?
Yeah.
That's your bug, not my bug. Next one.
Wait, this one loop can be used to find the extent of identical values. Does it mean you use like a for loop or something to find like how long the
No loop
identical
allowed. We are doing recursion, no loop allowed. This one, they say one loop allowed is for other student. For our student, we don't allow loop.
Oh, okay.
So right here, you do have the 222. It means that if you see the 222, 222, you all be chosen, or if all the number in the array is adjacent and the value, they must be chosen or none will be chosen. So this 222 will be all be chosen or none will be chosen, or be chosen with zero.
Hmm.
Okay, that's assume that first I allow you to use this one loop. Then what you would need to, if you not is allowed to use a one loop, what would you do?
Basically, find
Here,
how
this one, you
many.
write this one right here. This is a
Like,
normal case, that's okay. And then what will you do if you need to, you have one loop you can use. So what are you doing the plus one that's the needs? What are you doing right here?
I thought I originally thought of like checking this. You add it until the next number is different, and then you take that sum, subtract it at the end. Okay, so for like the loop thing, I
Yeah,
think I'll
so if you have one loop that you can use, what will you do with that loop?
just find how many identical values there are and then sum it
Yeah,
up.
then use the loop to do that.
Okay.
So why I equal zero?
Oh,
So why minus one? Why here you do minus one?
mhm. I was thinking of like checking them in pairs and then you add it up to
Hmm?
like,
Why do you need to compare pair? You have two, two, two. You are going to every single one to count how many two are there. So if you have a
mm,
222 at the end, why are you doing comparing of the two windows? You don't compare these two. You compare this value with this one. You want to see how many are the same. You are not comparing two of the consecutive values. So how do you count the number of the two right there? Starting when you start. How do you count how many are the same? That's a problem. And your 222
mm,
maybe over here, maybe come to here, maybe to the end of the array.
like one variable to hold the number of time it appears and then another
The number
to
of the value you already has is num star. You're comparing num I with num star. So right here, you don't use a called repeat. You use a number called counter. Count how many of them. So right here, you compare the nums star with nums I, then you counter increase. So right here, you know count number or the value is the same, so it jump by the count. So here is not included. This one is increased by count. It's included. So this one is this one and it's count. Simple star is a 96 star. Is a typo.
I think it's
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. You don't know what you're doing so far. You haven't passed the loop level 2. To count the number of the 2 inside the array, you still haven't be able to do it. I told you you need to redo the whole coding back. I bet you are not doing it yet. At least you do not show the result yet. You still struggle in coding back so far. Okay, you have to do it. If you don't do it, you cannot even take the AP exam, not to mention for the competition. You're way behind right now. Every student already finished the coding batch. They all move on to the user code. You are way behind right now. Okay, you have to pick up. Otherwise, you cannot do CS.
okay.
Now, given the fact that here you have a for loop that can do the job, now we do this one with a function that can count the number of the 2 inside the array using recursion. So the same problem, right here, one loop is allowed, but now if the loop is not allowed, you do have a 2, you are allowed to have a new function and use that new function to count the number of 2 starting from start, and then they have the 2 and see how many 2 are there. And you can use the counter like this right here, the same structure. So we do this one with the function. Can you do that?
Think so. Is it like the structure is going to be similar to like the Fibonacci thing, like compare the previous one and the current one?
You write a function.
Do I need to make a new method?
I don't think you know. If you do know, you don't ask this question. You have to use recursion to count the number of the consecutive inside the array. Okay, it's okay. I don't ask you for that much. We did turn this one back, go to the next question. I don't have the time to waste with you. I just want to finish the whole thing. You really need to redo the whole thing, okay? That's my suggestion.
Okay.
So far, you are not into it yet. So what do you want to do half sum?
We got up. It's like I was thinking of like you take in the array and you take it, split it in half.
Why do you need to split the
Uh,
array into half? It's not into half. They don't do into half. It's saying that you have A0, A1, A2. A0 may be group 1, maybe group 2.
oh,
A1 may be group 1, maybe group 2. And A2 may also be group 1 and group 2. And then the sum of the group 1 equals to the sum of the group 2. So in a way, this problem is similar to the group sum problem, very similar to the group sum problem, except that directly using this function is not going to work. Okay, I'll give you a hint. So the hint is that you have the Boolean function that you need to do. Okay, this Boolean function would be actually called as called equal. So this equal function would have the integer array nums, and then integer star, the current number, and then you have the sum1 and the sum2. So if star weighted equal to nums the length, then sum1 need to be equal to sum2. You return that if it's the same or not. Otherwise, the current star number can be in star1, can be in sum1 or in sum2, because it's chosen to be one group, but not both. And then this one, the main function just don't need this. The main function will return the core of the nums of the star, starting with 0 and 0, sum both are 0. Okay, now you write this portion.
can you clarify on like the S1 and S2 part?
S1 and S2 are sum1 and sum2, sum of the group 1 and sum of the group 2.
Okay. So I think So what? It's like the group sum, and then uh,
Yeah, the problem is similar to the group sum. So what's this? Why are you two plus equal?
are we not like adding it up?
Who do you need to do actually that? You pass the value to the next function. You don't need to do equal. It's just plus that number.
Oh yeah.
You are way off, okay? Don't just come here for coding practice. You have to practice every day.
Yeah.
Don't just say, yeah, you are not actually following it. You have to do it, okay?
Okay.
Go. Okay, next one. This one I'm not going to help you. So here, why are you doing the here? What are you doing the sum one equals sum two? Given the array, it's possible to divide into two groups so that the sum of the one group is 10, multiple of 10. The other group sum is R.
Oh
So
yeah.
group
Oops.
one is multiple of 10, that's assume is 50. How can this 50 equals 49? The second group is 49. How can you two be equal?
Can I just return true for the base case?
Why do you return true for the base case? What are they asking
So
for? They already tell you that divided into two groups. So the first group is multiple of 10 and sum of the second group is odd. So why are you returning the true? Yeah, that's the condition you need to return. And then,
you just
so why here are you checking this one equals 0? Why you need this if?
right? Is it you randomly assign it to see if it works? I
It
thought it
doesn't
was like
randomly assign it. It doesn't randomly assign it. You actually have some rule to assign it. But why are you checking this one equals 10? 10 multiple is multiple of 10.
because I thought like to ensure that it is a multiple of 10,
It's
you
the
just add.
group is multiple of 10. It doesn't say the number is a number multiple of 10.
So do I check like let's say S1 is like my group that I want
Do
it to
whatever you can
be.
do.
Okay.
So why S1 equals 0? Why do you need to check S1 equals 0?
Because isn't it always like starting at 0?
Start at a 0, but why are you checking it with 0?
Oh, wait. Yeah, because mod it. You turn it back. Then
So why you check S1 multiplied 10 modular by 10 equals 0? Why are you checking it here? Why are you checking this one here?
shouldn't you like make sure it's multiple
Read
of
the
10 before
problem
adding?
carefully. What are they asking for? Tell me what do they want? You have a group of numbers, maybe 555, and then what do they want? They want to see if there's a group of 55 with 5, there's 2. This 55 is multiple, sum is 10, so it's actually 2. This one is a 5. They don't actually ask you to check the partial sum to actually it's actually multiple of 10 or not. So do you really understand what they want? They want you to see this 5 maybe group 1, maybe group 2, 5 maybe group 1, maybe group 2, this 5 maybe group 1 or group 2, and then group 1's sum is 10 modular by 10, it actually equals 0. Group 2 actually 10 modular by 2 not equal 0. They just want you to check that. Is the group 2 sum or group 1 sum checking that? Why are you checking it here? You are totally off. You have to rebuild your whole thing about computer science, okay?
Okay.
You're way off. I told you not to skip class. You did that, and then you don't pay no attention to the class. That's the result that you get right now. I'm not picky on you. It's your own problem. Write the main function. Return. Go. Okay, next one. What do you mean by two base case? There's only one base case.
Because like shouldn't wait. It says either one group is multiple of
But there's
5.
only one base case. What do you mean by base case? Base case means that your stock get out of bound, your sum will need to be equal to the sum two. There's no two test case. Base case. You copy too much code, you don't actually pay attention to your material. You just want to get a result. That's the problem. You need to go back to the fundamental, really understand everything, start from scratch.
Hmm.
This one is very simple. You have many number. This number can be group 1 or group 2. Every one can be group 1 or group 2. But if it's multiple of 5, then this one must be group 1. If it's multiple of 3, it must be group 2. If it's not group 1 or group, it is not multiple of 3 or multiple of 5, then you do both. You actually need to do either this one or this one. So if it's multiple of 5, but also multiple of 3, you would pick multiple of 5, not multiple of 3. This one is unnecessary. You are kidding yourself. This one you don't need to do this multiple 3. If it's multiple 3 and both multiple 3 and 5, you actually belong to the group of 5. This one is also not needed. You actually, it's multiple 3 and both 3 and 5, you go to the group of 5. You will not go to the group of 3. You already return. Your problem is that what are you doing here? It's not multiple
Oh,
three, not really five. What are you doing here?
oh wait, it says false. I thought it was supposed to. Okay.
No. You still don't understand. What should you do here? If it is not multiple three or multiple five, what should you do here?
You don't add it?
Why do you say that you don't add it? You actually belong to group one or group two. Either one of it. You are multiple five, you go to the group one. You are multiple three, you go to the group two. But if you are not multiple three or multiple five, you may go to group one, you may go to group two. And then you are not done here. Okay, anyway.
Oh, you added to this too.
Okay, your problem is that you are still not into CS yet. You don't pay enough attention. If you don't like CS, it's okay. Nobody will force you to major in CS. But tell your mom that you are not suitable for CS. Go find other major. Okay. If you really want to do it, you have to rebuild your CS. So far, you are totally off. You cannot do it in this way in any CS program. Even if you got admitted, you are not going to survive there. Okay.
Mm.
You better rebuild it if you really want it. So far, I don't see it yet. You
Like,
just try to pretend that you know, but you actually don't know.
besides from coding that, should I also
You just need
redo
to finish copying back, practice as much as possible. Also, you need to practice the problem set, every single one by yourself. The key problem you have is that you don't really fundamentally can solve the problem by yourself. So in the past, I don't know how you work on the homework, but look like you actually copy a lot of things. You actually do not know a lot of things. It's just that the problem pass.
Mm.
And it show up now. It show up that you actually lack of being able to think, being able to solve the problem. If you follow the everything that we told you, you should be able to handle the problem right now. Everybody solve the problem. Even some students, the girl that who's tell me that she's not going to major in the CS, so she doesn't participate the competition course. She also finished the coding bed already, but you are even behind her. You are way off. So your problem is that you don't like CS maybe, but you are not true to you are not loyal to yourself. You just pretend that you like it. It doesn't work this way. Okay? You like to do CS, you follow it, follow whatever instruction people tell you. You have to practice from the scratch and then really understand everything. So you can build up, just like you know math, you know every formula, you actually need to use those formula from scratch, knowing everything, and you put up your computation. But right now, things already pile up and making more things are more complicated and more difficult. And your fundamental part is still not there. Your problem is not coding back. Even starting from the a solo learn, you actually do not really understand the solo learn, you jump to the coding bed already. Your problem is that from the beginning, you don't like CS. You don't really want to learn it. That's the problem. Okay? If you really want to do it, you have to show you that you like it. You have to do it by yourself from scratch. So your problem is to rebuild everything from scratch, making sure you understand everything. Right now, even the problem reading, you read the problem, you don't understand the problem, but you pretend that you know. You really don't know. I have to interpret the problem for you. What's going on here? That means that you even reading the problem, you cannot interpret the problem. I'm not making the things up. You show me that way, okay? You have to
Okay.
you have to pay attention to your things. The goal is not to go to any good college only. It's to find something that fit you best. If you don't like CS, it's okay. Nobody force you to go CS. You have to find something that you really want to do, okay?
Okay.
Okay, anyway, good night then. But if you really still want to do CS, you have to rebuild yourself, rebuild the whole thing from scratch. Solo learn, coding bed, or any project problem will help. But the key point is not doing how many problems. The key point is making sure you understand from scratch.
Okay.
Don't copy from anything else. Don't look into the internet for a solution. That will only kill you. Okay? Good night then. Bye-bye.
Thanks.